Fade and I dropped Hope off at a daycare on the outskirts of town. By then, the rebellions had broken the news. They were all over the place. Children rising up against the older generations. But we didn't think about that when we dropped him off. He quickly rose through the ranks as he was there more than the other kids. What can I say, other than I forgot to pick him up? It was quiet in that daycare for a while, and then it was time for them to rise. They kicked out all the teachers, and then escaped into tunnels under the building. Hope was the last one to leave, but he lingered for a moment longer. The authorities hadn't arrived yet. There was no pushback, and all was still. He navigated the place through bathrooms that connected all the rooms together, since he wasn't able to go outside for fear of not getting back in. He walked through the old place, looking at all the old toys, decorations, and murals that were supposed to cause childhood wonder. The sun was setting as he reached the last room, and he looked through huge floor-to-ceiling windows as it dipped below the hills. Sirens rang out faintly in the distance, and he hurried down below ground. He rose through the official ranks quickly as well, through his own skill and speaking prowess. But the rebellion as a whole began to die down, until there was just a small troop of them left, being withered away through guerrilla warfare. The whole extent had lasted a few months, and they were all growing tired. Eventually, it was just Hope and his elite few that were escaping from their hideout to another place where they might find sanctuary. They rode across a small river on the invention of theirs that they called water skippers, that glided across the surface of the water. The authorities followed after them on boats, and guerrilla warfare them from the shores, picking a few of them off at a time until it was just Hope and his second-hand man. They were nearing their escape, a part of the river where the boat couldn't go, but it was a straight passageway, and one of them would have to go in front of the other. The second in command let Hope go first, as long as he lived, the movement was never be truly dead. But he succumbed to the firepower of the ship behind them, as Hope got away. The roads were slick enough then that Hope could hop on the puddles and move quickly through the open countryside. The moon dipped into night as he traveled this way, and then rose again, the sunlight casting golden rays through the elegant country. Hope found himself without any more puddles tearing up the bottom of his water skipper, and decided to get off in front of a burger restaurant in the middle of this extending nothingness. He went inside where there was no one waiting for him, and with no idea what to do or where to go, he sat down at a booth and used the last bit of his once extensive funding to order a meal. And that was when I arrived to collect him. I could tell he learned a lot from his time at the daycare. Mainly, the nature of time and people.